About this. So think about this. You're traveling 1,000 miles, going all the way to the East Coast, somewhere you've never been before. You've been practicing for a sport for a whole 3 years of your life, and it ends up being that you're called on to go and swim at a national swim meet, or any sporting event at that matter. What do you do? What do you say? Do you say yes? Do you say no? Take that chance? I ended up taking that chance, and it was the best experience of my life. I got invited to go and swim at an international swim meet in Florida about 2 years ago. Little to my knowledge, I'd been swimming for 3 years and dropping time like crazy, something that is basically the same thing in track, but not in the other sports. One of the things that really kind of struck me was the fact that I had no idea what I was even doing. And so when I went to Florida, I had all my friends with me, my whole club team. We went as a group, and it was something that I didn't expect. I didn't even know I was going to get to go to begin with. I went and spent a week there, and naturally, your adrenaline starts pumping when you get to a meet like that, and it's really exciting. It's something where you really don't know how to explain or to put it into words. Um, as when we first got there, we spent whole day swimming. Never been to the East Coast for that matter, and I've never seen the ocean before. So it was a really exciting event, and I got to meet a bunch of people. When we first walk in through the big double doors leading to the two massive 50-meter saltwater pools, the ones that I would soon be swimming in with people who are part of the Mexican national team, South African national team, even a couple of Olympians, which I had no idea they would even be there. It was way more exciting of an event than I've ever been to, where naturally some people would just scoff and say, swimming's not that great of a sport. It actually is more than just a sport to a lot of people, and it's really cool. When I first got there, I swam a few races, down and back a few times, not the fastest, just barely got in under the cut to make it, where I may be considered somewhat fast here, but on the East Coast, no, not even close. And one of the things that stuck out to me through the whole entire time was the fact that I would be swimming in one race with me and three of my other friends, where we would be swimming right next to the younger Mexican national team group. And it was quite the experience, where that race specifically, we were stuck in a tropical storm at that time as well. And so right before we ended up swimming that race, we had to wait for a while. And it just felt like destiny, in the sense that something good was going to happen. We were all standing around one 50-meter pool. Everybody else had already swam, and here it was, me and three of my other friends, people who I've swam with the whole time I was swimming there. And it came down to the point where everybody was cheering, everybody was going crazy. The sides of the pools, all 50 meters up and down, were lined with people yelling and screaming. We were in last place, barely though. The team to the right of us were just about to dive in for their last 50 of the length, and it was up to me to go and take the whole entire team and go and place second, because naturally there's someone always faster. the one thing I remember most is everybody screaming, yelling, cheering. The whole world just seemed like it was watching between me and the guy to the right of me. And he dives in. I put my cap on. Everything's on. Swimming. Can't think about anything else. Just staring straight out. And I hear absolutely nothing. Just my heartbeat, the water, splash of the people to the right and left of me. And I jumped in. Naturally, I didn't take a breath the whole 50 of the length. Sitting there, swimming to the point where I can't even feel my arms because the pool's so cold. And I'm not even realizing that I'm swimming, but I'm slowly catching up to the guy on the right of me, getting quicker and quicker as he gets closer to me and closer to me. And I catch up. I go quick, quicker than I've ever seen, quicker than I've ever been before, significantly faster than I thought and my coach thought I would. I felt like I was really something at that time. And I swam my heart out. I swam my mind out. I beat the person to the right of me the last 5 meters, taking about 60 something strokes, because I always make sure to count my strokes just for the sake of passing the time while I'm in the pool. And I just keep pushing and pushing and pushing right towards the end, take one breath, feeling like I'm going to suffocate. Right towards I get to the end, touch the wall, look up. I've dropped a total of 6 seconds, which is absolutely unheard of in one race alone, much less over the course of a year in a race as small as that. And it was the most amazing feeling. Outside of the feeling like I was going to pass out, I didn't even realize that I dropped that much time until the very end. It was obviously the best experience of my life, but I turned anxiety, fear of people all around me, staring me down and watching, judging everything about how fast I was going, and I took that and just got in the zone and swam and won. And it was the best feeling of my life, easily.